Hi everyone. First of all, I am blind and I can't look in the viewfinder, and it's not about what you see on this channel, it's about what you hear. So if you can't see my face, sorry, not sorry. I am totally blind, but there are plenty of people who are not totally blind. They're what you would call low vision. So-called blindness professionals, stop telling your low vision students/clients that they're not blind if they have some vision. The word blind does not only mean you can't see your hand in front of your freaking face when you have it like literally right, like you can almost feel your eyelashes with the back of your hand, and yet you can't see it at all. You can feel it there, but you can't see it. Yeah, that's blind. But legal blindness, even though that is low vision, if you're low vision, you're too blind to see like a sighted person. You're too blind to see like a sighted person. That was something that a teacher said during an announcement that she made at the training center that I went to for the blind. And this center believed in non-visual. Let me put it this way. If you were low vision, you put sleep shades on so you couldn't see anyway. Because the idea was, what if you lost that sight? It shouldn't be the end of your life. It shouldn't be the end of your world. You should be able to do at least some things. The likelihood that you'll ever drive, for example, is not high. But there's plenty of stuff that you can still do when you can't see. And the whole premise of this training center, is, I'm going to say is, not was, because it was when I was there and it is to this very day. The whole philosophy is that just because you're blind doesn't have to mean you can't do. And when you lose that little bit of eyesight that you have left, number one, it doesn't have to be the end of everything. Number two, you don't have enough eyesight left to maybe use it as much as you are trying to use it. And one of the teachers at this training center, who I'm sad to say passed away last year, she delivered this line. She was talking about unsafe she was talking about something that had been done that is not safe, and that was the announcement that she was making. It's not safe. Obviously, she wasn't trying to call out the person, so she didn't use names, but she just said, just kind of a general announcement. It's not safe to do this. It doesn't matter whether you have sleep shades on or not. If you're here, you're too blind to see like a sighted person. And then if you're doing that as well, you're also compromising other senses, so it's not a safe thing to do. But I really like that. If you're here, you're too blind to see like a sighted person. If you're in the training center that I went to, it's true. You're too blind to see like a sighted person. And if you have low vision, I'm not an eye doctor, I'm not a vision specialist, but if you're legally blind, if you have low vision, you're too blind to see like a sighted person that has 20/20 vision. So if you want to learn braille, learn braille. If you want to get orientation and mobility instruction, in other words, learn how to use a white cane, ask for that. Or if you're a parent of a blind child, if you believe that your blind child needs um, to learn how to read braille or use a cane or use a computer that has a screen reader on it. In other words, a program that reads out loud the screen, because obviously you or your child cannot see it well enough to read it and conveniently read it. If you want to read using the computer, you either have to kiss the screen in order to see it well enough to read it, or you're reading it and after only 5 minutes of reading, your head's killing you because your eyes are so strained from reading, because you really can't see that well. Just because you can see a little bit doesn't mean you're not blind. And I guess the point of this video is I just read an article about someone who literally had to go to the training center that I'm talking about to learn how to live as a blind person and to be okay with the fact that she was blind, because she was blind her whole life, but she had, according to the so-called professionals, well, she's got some vision. She's got too much vision to be blind. If you got 20/20 vision, you're right. You're two-sighted to be blind. But if you've got little enough vision to be considered legally blind, you're blind. You know, about a year ago, I saw a PSA from not the American Cancer Society, I forget whoever, the CDC, whoever put those out. It was an ex-smoker who said, I used to think, I smoke a couple of cigarettes. I'm not that big of a smoker. But I smoked enough cigarettes that I had some of the health issues linked to smoking. It was one of those tip ads. She says, my tip is, if you smoke, you're a smoker. Just like I was. So I guess the point of this video is, if you're legally blind, if you're low vision but legally blind, you're blind. So if you're being told by so-called professionals you're not blind, don't listen to them. Like I said, so-called blindness professionals, stop telling your low vision clients that they're two-sighted to be blind. If they're low vision, they're blind. And by the way, if you're low vision or totally blind, if you're too blind to see like a sighted person, you might want to check out Youre. Youre is a company that uses technology to connect blind people or low vision people, if that's what you want to consider yourself. Like I said, low vision and blind are pretty much one and the same as far as how it's best to learn. In my opinion, it's best to learn non-visual ways of doing things. But back to Youre. They use either a phone app or a special phone connected to smart glasses, which also kind of depends on the phone app. So unfortunately, you do need a smartphone to use it. But they use this technology to connect compromised vision, blind people who have compromised vision, to sighted and trained agents, sighted people who have undergone some pretty significant training about how to describe things in a helpful way to blind people, and how, I mean, I don't know what all their training entails, but if you're calling Youre, you're getting a person who actually has some training, has a lot of training, in how to describe things in a way that will help you. And I'm sure they get these calls all the time. Hi, I just got a piece of mail and I just can't see well enough to read it. Would you read that to me? In fact, you don't even have to say, I can't see well enough to read it, because that's kind of a given. If you're an Youre explorer, as they call us, you're too blind to see things for yourself, so they're helping you know what's going on. There's a referral link in the description. If you sign up, if you click on that link and check into it and decide to sign up, we'll both get a month free. So that's a win-win for both of us. And I've been a customer of theirs, or an explorer of theirs, as they call us, for over a year now. And I wouldn't give it up for anything. If I've got to cut the budget, okay, then what can I cut back on? Don't even tell me to cancel Youre. That's worth the money. So, I've rambled on long enough, and so check out Youre if you're blind, visually impaired, low vision, whatever you want to call yourself. If you're too blind to see like a sighted person, I love you, Arlene, and I like that. Check out Youre. Please sign the Do Not Demonetize petition if you believe that 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time is a lot to ask for someone who hasn't found the secret of viral videos and massive views yet. Please sign the Walmart Preserve Disabled Door Greeters petition if you believe that once a disabled person, whether they're blind or any other kind of disability, actually finds the perfect job for them, they deserve to keep it. And the fact that corporate wants to change the job description of that particular job shouldn't stop that. In other words, corporate, don't do that. And I'll see you in the next video. Sorry about all this rambling. I don't close out things well. That's why I've got a pre-recorded outro. Bye.